So in a nutshell, just not to deviate from what we will talk about in the part where we talk about love in part 2, keeping the love of the Most High is showing love to the Most High. It is love, basically. You know. And the laws are the standards of the Most High anyway. So, you know, I mean, it's all intertwined. It's not difficult to understand, I think. So, here we go. Now, let's transition into the third part, which is literally the lesson itself. Because I had to show you all of that before for you to understand what I'm going to show you now. Because if I didn't, you wouldn't have understanding, in my opinion. Well, not a lot of y'all, to be honest. Or not the people that I want to reach. So, work versus faith. Let's get it. Bereshit, or Genesis, chapter 26, verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my law. Yes, Abraham kept Torah, just like everybody else in the script. They did. I am telling you, they did keep Torah. And look the Hebrew word what it says. So right there, Genesis chapter 26, verse 5. Click right there, international. Here we go. The Hebrew. See, Abraham, he kept Torah, my laws. Let's click on it. 884:51, Torah. Direction, instructions, law. And they give you all the instances in the scriptures when they say law, instructions, yeah. 188 times law. So here we go. Right there. Abraham kept Torah literally. I was not joking. I'm being serious. And if Abraham kept Torah before the time of Moses, then that would explain a lot of weird stuff that we see before as well in Bereshit or Genesis. Like this one. Talking about Noah. Genesis chapter 8 verse 20. And Noah built an altar unto YAHUAH, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offering on the altar. The altar stuff ain't that in Leviticus and all that stuff. Yes, it is. The sacrificial laws in Leviticus, right? And we talking about clean beasts. How would he know what's clean and what's unclean if there was no such thing as the laws of Moses before or whatever? No, they were. Torah was oral before that. Remember, Yah does not change. Like, yeah, Christian like to say, Jesus is the same today, tomorrow, in Jesus God. Yeah? In Jesus the most on the flesh. So, this means that Jesus did not change. And YAHUAH does not change. So, you got to be consistent from the beginning. The Torah was there from the beginning. Makes a lot of sense now. It was just oral, and then y'all Christians or some of the groups out there, even you Hebrews or whatever, some of y'all don't like to read Jubilees and stuff like that. But if you read them things, you will see that Torah was already there. Literally, Abraham had some laws, literally. He had some standards to go by. Genesis 7 verse 2. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by seventh, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. This was again Noah when he was instructed to take animals on the ark, and he's told to take clean and unclean. How would he know? Oh yeah, God helped him. Nah, he just told him. He never said, yeah, take this and this one is this one. Nah, because he already knew if he can make sacrifice, obviously. So once again, Torah was there from the beginning. Now let's get back to Abraham. I just wanted to show y'all some precepts so we know that Torah was there from the beginning. Makes a lot of sense now. Bereshit, chapter 15 verse 6. Bear in mind, you see, that is after what we read before, when that he was created for, you know, righteousness and all that. He kept the laws and all this stuff. But anyway, Genesis chapter 15 verse 6 again. And he believed in Yahuwah and counted it to him for righteousness. You see? That's before. That's first. He's being righteous right there. Not that he is, but he's being accredited, should I say. Righteousness right there. And then the Torah and all that, he kept that. That's after. You know. But let's not get into it yet. Let's jump to Jacob or James. He will explain that a bit more. And then we're going to see Paul. He will explain that a bit even more details. So, James or Jacob chapter 2 verse 14 to 26. And read. What doeth it profit, my brethren? Though a man say he hath faith and have no works, can faith save him? That's a question to you all of y'all, especially you Christians. 15. If a brother and sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. So like saying, so they need the food and need clothes, and you say, yeah, be warm and be full. But this time you ain't giving them crap. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, notwithstanding, she gives them not those things which are needful to the body, the physical. What do we profit? Yeah, we got like physical needs. Come on. Even so, faith, if he had not works, is dead being alone. If you just say I believe, and you ain't showing what you believe, then it makes no sense. He's dead. It's not my words. It's Jacob, or James said it himself. Yeah, a man may say that has faith, and I have works. Show me that faith without that works, and I will show you my faith by my works. Very simple. Show you what I believe by what I do. Not just mouth like a lot of people do. Yeah? Put your mouth where your money is, or whatever we're saying it is. I forgot. Anyway. 19. That believeth that there is one YAHUSHA, that doeth well. The devil also believe and tremble. You see? It's not about I believe. There's some stuff you gotta do, bro. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without work is dead? Yes, and that work is the law, for sure. Was not Abraham, our father, justified by works? What was the work? Let's see. When he had offered Isaac, his son, upon the altar. Once again, this altar stuff that we just read in Genesis. Showing again that the law was there a long time. Further proof. Because the offering of things upon the altar is things of the law anyway. So here we go. Once again, his works was the law. It's not some nice deed that is the law right there. See thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. And the scriptures was fulfilled which saith, like I just said before, Abraham believed YAHUSHA, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of YAHUSHA. You see, this was fulfilled because of what he did. But what he did it because he believed. Dang. So the faith is the driving force, and the work is the result. So the law is the result of our faith, literally. Now if you want to argue that this works was not the law, then you weirdo. Yeah, see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. He said not by faith, and he said only. So this means that it's not the only thing, not just faith. He's not saying that it's not faith. He say it's not by faith only. Yeah, but also the things you gotta do, the work. 25. Likewise, also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works when she had received the messenger and had sent them another way? For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without work is dead also. The spiritual and the physical mixed together. Yeah? We got to worship the Most High in what? Spirit and truth. All now, if you made it this far, you posting on that truth is what? The law. And the spirit, what is it? Yeah, guess it. Faith. Here we go. The answer. The gospel right there. That's the gospel. That's the BASHURAH right there. That's what we really want to do. We want to keep the commandments of the Most High. Because we have faith. And this is what everybody said in the scripture. Even Paul, this is what they were talking about. Doing the law because of faith, not just because of what you can do, because realistically, you can do nothing unless you believe. Let's go to Paul now. Romans chapter 3, verse 27 to 31. Where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? No, nay, but the law of faith. The work of faith, basically. Same difference. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. So basically about what you believe, which will make you do things anyway. Verse 29. Is he the God of the Yahudi only? Is he not also of the Gentiles? Yeah, of the Gentiles also. So it's not only the God of the Israelites, it's the God of everybody. If he's sovereign over the freaking demons and all that stuff, obviously, a lot of sense. 30. Seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith. You see? So people that do the law by faith, and uncircumcision through faith. You see what I'm saying? It's different. Circumcision is by faith, and the circumcision is through faith. Because they don't got the things of the law that we got there. You know what I'm saying? He's going to explain a bit more anyway. You're going to get to that. 31. Do we then make void of the law through faith? Yah forbid. We establish the law. We establish the law. And you can't just say, right there is the law of Christ. It's not mentioned anyway. Yeah, and he said, do we make void of the law through faith? So you know that's the law of the Moses. Definitely must be. And then say we establish the law. And the Greek is this. Yeah, show you again, Romahim or Romans 3 chapter 31. So you're not going to say I'm trying to trick you or whatever. The Greek right there. We uphold, we establish it right there. Click on it. Histemi. To make stand. To stand. Set up, establish, appoint. Stand. Set in balance. You see what I'm saying? Stand ready, stand firm. We establish the law. We make the law stand by faith. Once again, work and faith. It's easy to understand. Come on. Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Let's finish this one. Do we then make void of the law through faith? Yah forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. Now it makes sense. We make the law stand firm by doing it with faith. So Romahim chapter 4 and 1 verse 1 to 12. It's going to explain the whole thing right there. What shall we say then? That Abraham, our father, as pertaining to the flesh, has found. Verse 2. For if Abraham were justified by works, he have wherefore to glory, but not before YAHUSHA. So, if it was just because what he did, he can just say did it himself. Basically, literally, that's what he's saying. For what save the scriptures? So to him, Torah is scriptures, as far as I know. Because the scriptures is in that instance is in Torah. So he must be talking about Torah. Abraham believed YAHUSHA, and it was counted into him for righteousness. Now, to him that worketh is the reward, not reckoned of grace, but of debt. So, realistically, if it was because Abraham did some good stuff, then the Most High would have owned him righteousness. But that's not true. It's because of grace. So, if the scripture says that all these instances that happen in Torah, this means that grace was already there in Torah. Obviously, grace has been there from the beginning. Grace is the reason why we're being created in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. It's not new to the New Testament. It's been there since Torah, grace. Verse 5. But to him that worketh not, but believed on him that justified the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. So he's talking about basically, you know, it's not for the workers. The Most High don't owe you anything. He will just give it to you by grace. That's the righteousness. Through faith. Even as David also describeth. So now he's talking about the psalm now. Describeth the blessedness of the man, unto whom YAHUSHA imputed righteousness without works. You see? Saying that this is not a concept that I'm making up. Like, it's in Torah. Or in the Psalms, or whatever you want to call it. Saying, blessed are they whose iniquities are forgiven, and whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man to whom YAHUSHA will not impute sin, because if he's not imputing sin, then he's imputing you what? Righteousness. It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very simple, because we all deserve to be imputed sin, because we're all sinners. I mean, obviously, but if you're not imputing sin, then we imputed righteousness. And that's good. That's why I say blessed is the man that is imputed. He's not imputed sin. 9. Cometh this blessedness then upon the circumcision only, or upon the uncircumcision also? For we say that faith was reckoned to Abraham for righteousness. So it was given to him. So it's not something that he worked for. So basically, everybody can benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that he deserved. Literally. 10. How was it then reckoned? When he was circumcision? Or in uncircumcision? You know your Torah. You fully understand what this man is saying. Because all of that, he was righteousness. And I showed you, I pointed out as well when I read the thing. This is before he was circumcised himself. So he's making you understand something, Paul. He's trying to make you understand a point. Know your Torah, basically. Not in circumcision, but in uncircumcision. See? The righteousness was credited to him before he circumcised himself. Before he had some ordinances. Basically, just because he believed. But it's not because he believed and that means that he can do anything he wants. Nah. Then he should continue in it. And he continued, obviously. Although he made a little mistake by lying to Pharaoh by his wife. But, you know, still, he was still called a friend of Yah. Anyway, verse 11. And he received the signs of circumcision a seal of the righteousness. That's what I was saying just now, basically. Of the faith. So basically, him receiving the work or the circumcision, which will be work for us today. Yeah. That's a sign or seal from the righteousness that he had through his faith. Whew, it's a lot of faith, I'm saying. Anyway, which he had yet being uncircumcised, that he might be the father of all them that believe, though they be not circumcised, that righteousness might be imputed unto them also. It's all about grace. Remember that. That don't mean that you can go out there and say that the Lord's done away with. Makes no sense. And the father of the circumcision to them. So basically people that keep the law. So Paul is not advocating for people to not keep the law, as far as I can read. He's very Torah based anyway. To them who are not of the circumcision only, but who's also walking the steps of that faith of our father Abraham, which he had being yet uncircumcised. So he's trying to make the Hebrew understand something. It's not about what you can do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the law and all this stuff. No, it's not about that. It's about what you believe. Because realistically, the end goal is what you believe will make you do things. You know? So everybody else got the gift of salvation, got the gift of righteousness, basically. That's what he's saying. He's saying that everybody else can get this righteousness. And this is the aim of the Israelite community anyway. The Israelites were to show that to the whole world. Obviously, they failed to do so. So, YAHUAH to come back again, back up YAHUSHA and all that stuff, a long story, and, died on a cross and all that stuff. But still, that's the end goal. So that we can produce more Abrahams out there. This was realistically our job, the Israelite. But we felt that now we scattered throughout the world and we are called Negroes and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And people claim to be us. So for the fourth part of this investigation, we'll be talking about the fact that the Most High don't own us anything. I mean, I spoke a little bit about it, about the third part, work of faith. But I need to expand on that because this is the reason why we need faith in the first place. Because the Most High don't own us anything. Because realistically, we all guilty. So the gift of grace, you know what I'm saying, is a real gift. So let us dive into it and see what it says. So we're gonna get more understanding. Because it's got to do with the fact that we need faith. The fact that the Most High don't own us anything. So where my aim, Romans 23. And we read, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of our Lord. It's clear. Nobody is perfect. Everybody knows that. Yeah? Y'all singing that in your songs and all that stuff. Come on. Let's read Ecclesiastes 7 verse 20. For there is no or not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. The word right there used is Adam in Hebrew. So he's not saying ish. So this means that everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like every mankind, woman, all about everybody. Children, everybody sin. Yes. I'm not tripping, I'm being for real. Let's go back to Romans chapter 3 verse 10. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. So he's talking about the Old Testament right there. The Old Testament that y'all Christians say that it's done away with. But he's reading from it and he's telling you as it's just written. Telling you that he thinks that it's important for him. You know what I'm saying? He's a brewer anyway. Psalms chapter 14 verse 2 to 3. YAHUAH looked down from heaven, not from space, from heaven, anyway, upon the children of men. Space doesn't exist anyway, to see if there were any that did understand and seek Yahuwah. 3. They are all gone aside, and they are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. So, with that being said, we are all in dangers because nobody is righteous. So, that could be the reason why none of us deserves righteousness in the first place. And that is given to us as a gift. Because we are sinners and we're not perfect. Obviously, so what we can do don't make any sense to the Most High. He's more concerned about what we believe. You know, what's in our heart, basically. And guess what? What's in your heart will determine what you're going to do. How about that? So people are like, yeah, God knows my heart, and they do all kind of sins and they think they can do, keep it doing it. Nah, you're wrong too. I need to listen to that, to be honest. All right. Yasharal, or Isaiah, chapter 64, verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing. He said all. He didn't say some, he said all. How much is all? Okay, cool. And all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as the leaf. And our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. End of the story. It's very clear right there. Psalm 51 verse 5. Behold, I was shaped in iniquity. Sin, basically. And in sin did my mother conceive me. Right there, the original sin. People might disagree, but check this out. Job chapter 25 verse 4. How then can a man be justified with Yahuwah? Or how can he be cleansed that is born of a woman? Yes, you see, you're not clean. So the Most High don't want you crap. And he's right. Let's read verse 5 too. Behold, he is into the moon, and he shineth not. Yet the stars are not pure in his sight. See? Like, it's becoming very clear from the scriptures that we do, you know what I'm saying, need faith. Because we can't obtain salvation, literally, by what we can do. Because realistically, we can't do anything. We all are consistent and we sinning and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, it's only through faith that we can be saved. Anyway, Romans 5 verse 12. Wherefore, as by one man's sin entered into the world. So the silly Christians out there trying to say that Adam is not one man, but he's few men, or it's metaphorical stuff. But realistically, you're contradicting your own scriptures, because it says right here, one man sin entered into the world. They're not one man, people. It's one man. Okay. And death by sin. So death passed upon all men, from that all have sinned. Yes. Because realistically, it's not fair if the Most High is just giving death to Adam. You'll be a horrible God. Because we are all capable of the same sin Adam did, and we did anyway. All of us. We all sin once in our life. So once is enough for the Most High to condemn you. Believe me. Because he's all righteous and all just. And at the same time, it's also not fair on the animals and all this stuff. So, you know, if you let the animals alive and he kills us or he let us die, then he's being unfair. So all the creation had to die the day that Adam died. Meaning when the Most High said you are going to be able to die. Not when you literally die. It's a lot of information, I know. Anyway. Let's read verse 13. We're going to go probably to verse 14. So Romans chapter 5 verse 13 and 14 as well. For until the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed when there is no law. 14. Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over them that had not sinned, after the similitude of Adam's transgression, whose figure of him that was to come. So talking about Adam's sin, and the fact that we transmitted this sin, and that we deserve the same death and all that stuff, basically. And talking about all of that was a foreshadow of the one who was to come, the pure human, the good human, which is basically YAHUSHA HAMASHIACH. Talking about. Alright. Job chapter 41 verse 11. Who have prevented me, that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. That's the Most High right there. So it's telling you, literally, what the title of this part. Yeah? Who have prevented me, that I should repay? So who's been righteous without faith? Who was able to do it? And then I'm going to have to repay the person. So if Yahusha is not the Most High in the flesh, this verse is a big time lie. Because we're told that Yahusha has not seen. So this means that the Most High would own salvation to Yahusha if Yahusha was not the Most High in the flesh. So all of you Hebrews out there talking nonsense, you make any sense. You don't make any sense. Real talk. I gotta attack everybody. I'm being fair. You're talking nonsense, I'm gonna come for you. So here's the reason why we need faith, because we all owned to the Most High, basically. It's not vice versa. Romans 4 verse 4. Now, to him that worketh, and we read that before, yeah? To him that worketh, the reward is not reckoned of grace, but a debt. You see? If salvation was through work, then the Most High would own us salvation. You've been a good boy. Here we go. No. We've been bad boys and girls. We don't deserve it. It's only because the Most High want to be nice. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put it so you can understand. First John chapter 1 verse 8 and 10 as well. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. 10. If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar. Talking about the Most High. And his word is not in us, because the word said that we all sinned. So they're basically making you understand, you see, Yahusha did not sin, so, if he did not, this means that the Most High is a liar. If Yahusha was just a mere human. But he's not. He's fully man and fully. Alright, so we're heading toward the end of this investigation and lesson. And what you're about to learn for the end, because I always keep the best for the end, I agree. It's going to blow your mind. So we're in the conclusion now. Let's hear the whole conclusion of the matter. Keep the commandments. That's all I should say. But I got more than that. Check this out. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself. It is the gift of YAHUAH. So I showed you already that Yah don't own you salvation. It's a gift. Abraham was credited righteousness, imputed righteousness. It was given to him. Right? We saw that in Torah. We saw that in the Brit Hadashah or New Covenant, New Testament, whatever. Yeah? Same difference. But it's still a gift. From the first page of the book to the end. Okay. Verse 9. Yeah? Not of works, lest any man should boast. 10. For we are his workmanship, created in YAHUSHA HAMASHIACH unto good works. You see? I told you good works, which YAHUAH hath before ordained that we should walk in them. So the Most High already made the path for us. We just gotta walk into it. Let's go to Yaqub. Yaqub chapter 2 and 1 verse 18 and 26. Yeah, a man may say, that I have faith and I have works. Show me that faith without that work, and I will show thee my faith by my works. So I'll show you what I believe by what I do. Verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without work is dead also. The physical and the spiritual. Dang. I'm going to repeat that like 20 times today. Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Do we then make void of the law through faith? Yah forbid. Yeah, we established the law. Let's go see the word again. For those that didn't watch part 1 of this one. See? Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Let's click on it. He's to me to make stand. To stand. I make stand. Establish. Appoint. Set in balance. Stand firm. Stand ready. Stand fast. So we make this law stand firm by upholding this law through faith. We establish the law. Histemi. To make the law stand firm. So it was never against the law. I'm sorry. Hurt your feelings, y'all Christians. So one more time. Do we then make void of the law through faith? Allah forbid, yeah. We make the law stand firm. Here we go. Let's read some more. Romans 2 verse 13. For not the hearers of the law are justified before Allah, but the doers of the law shall be justified. You see? He wants you to do the law. Jacob chapter 1 verse 22-25. But be ye doers of the word. If you watch from the beginning, yeah, episode 1, I showed y'all that the word is the law. You know? So, doers of the law, doers of the word, doers of the law. You know what I'm saying? And not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be hearers of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. You see, you lost yourself because the law is what tells you what's good and evil. The law is the knowledge of sin. So the law is to help you to become what? A better human. The perfect image of Yah. That's what Yahusha was. That's what we're told, that he's the image of Yah. Because he was the perfect human. You see what I'm saying? Because he was keeping all the laws. And all of a sudden, Christianity makes you believe that keeping the laws is something bad. And you gotta be free from. Check this out. 25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty. Yeah? The guy was like, oh, what's his name? $3. Oh, we're free from the law. Check this out. James chapter 1 verse 25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty. What law is that? I wonder. I think I heard that before. Psalms, Tehillim chapter 19 verse 44 and 45. So I shall keep thy law continually forever and ever. 45. And I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precept. Yeah? So this law of liberty right there was the law, Torah. And these satanic Christians are telling you that the law we need to be free from, when the law is already liberty. Clear contradiction. And y'all still want to follow these people? You still want to go to church on Sunday? You still want to believe these lies? Anyway. Law of liberty. And continueth therein. He being not a forgetful hearer, but doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Yes, the doers of the law shall be blessed. Keep it moving. Psalm chapter 19 verse 8. The statutes of Yahuwah are right. The laws of Yahuwah are right. I showed you already from Deuteronomy chapter 13 verse 18. Rejoicing the heart. The commandments of Yahuwah is pure, enlightening the eye. I showed you that the law is the lamp and the law is what? Light. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 19. For when Moshe, or Musha, whatever, had spoken every precept to all the people according to the law, he took the blood of the calf and of the goats with water and scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book and all the people. Galatians chapter 2 verse 16. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of YAHUSHA HAMASHIACH, even we have believed in YAHUSHA HAMASHIACH, that we might be justified by the faith of HAMASHIACH, and not by the works of the law. For by the work of the law, no flesh be justified. Do you understand now? When they're saying these stuff, they were not talking about, oh, you should not keep the laws and all this stuff. No. It's not by the work of the law, because you can't. It's by faith. By faith. You need to have the faith first. That's how you justify. In your faith, how do you demonstrate it? How do you show it? By the things you do. So your work should be the demonstration of your faith. But what is your work? You're going to say to God, oh yeah, I'm a nice dude, that's why my work is complete. No. There's commandments to keep. There's a guideline to have. Or else anybody can make up his own works or definition of what works is. And only Yah can do that. So that's why he gives you the Torah. I'm going to end it here. And I hope this lesson has been a blessing to you. And we're going to transition into the letters of Paul next time. Hope y'all are ready. And we've exposed Christianity for sure tonight. So, have a nice day of rest. And Shabbat Shalom again.